everyone.
Hey guys.
How's it going? If you're watching this on replay, please fast forward to the 4-minute mark. We're going to wait 3 minutes and 15 seconds for everybody to arrive, but let us know if you can see us okay, if you can hear us okay. Guys, we have a very exciting episode today. We got some awesome guests that are going to be on. So let us know. Hi, Barbara. How's it going? Good to see you on. We got Samantha. Hi, Samantha from Michigan. Nice to see you on. Jacqueline Gardner. Leave down in the comments below. Let us know, or leave in the live chat. Let us know where you are watching from. Roll call. Will, how's the weather there in Maryland right now?
It's actually a beautiful day here. It's not too hot.
Oh, wow.
Too cold. We had a bad storm roll through yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, more north than Annapolis and stuff. They got hit really hard, but it just cooled things down a lot here. So it's beautiful here.
Yeah. Did you hear that Annapolis got hit with a tornado?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Crazy.
They were hit pretty hard.
Crazy. Oops. Hang on a second. Let me exit this. So we got people from Washington. Greg. Oh, that's Greg. Hi, Greg. Danvers, Maryland. That's Greg from Leo's Vacation Center. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Shout out to Leo's Vacation Center. And if there's no way, there's two Greg M's from Danvers, Maryland.
Right.
So speaking of Maryland, there is going to be the Maryland RV show the same week as the Hershey RV show. So if you live in Maryland or around Maryland and you want the same show pricing, just without the huge crowds, make sure you guys check out the Maryland RV show the same weekend. Kansas, we met you in Wyoming. Yep, I remember you, Dan. Fort Myers, Florida. I'm probably going to be going down to Fort Myers on Saturday.
Right.
The Film Summit Grisenni's. I talked to Patrick earlier today. Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. I hope to see you at the Hershey RV show. Okay, man, we only got 49 people.
Crazy.
That's crazy. You know why, Will?
Why?
Because I just published a video at 7:00.
Oh.
So I was a little worried about that, but we will be A-okay. Ryan Davis, you're my biggest fan, 16 years old. What's going on, Ryan? Thank you for watching. Jacqueline is going to Hershey. We got Rick and Darcy. Howdy, y'all. And hey, listen, I don't care if there's only 60 people. I don't care if there's 6 people or 6,000 people. We're doing the show.
That's right.
And, yeah, we know more people are going to trickle in. And they're just going to miss it live. They're going to have to watch it on the replay. So we're going to be starting in about 20 seconds. Yep, people are certainly trickling in. Perfect. We got people watching from all over the country. Look at this.
Wow.
We got people from all over the world watching from Wales, Europe. Okay. You ready, Will? Oh,
yeah.
Hang on. I got to take that down. I got something. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Hey, everyone. I'm Matt, that guy. Oops, I'm going to restart it. You ready? Hey, everyone. I'm Matt. He's Will, and we are the RV Insiders. RV Insider Podcast is sponsored by RVshare.com. They're the peer-to-peer RV rental place. So if you're looking to buy an RV and you want to rent one out first, great. Go to RVshare and you can actually rent out the make and model that you're looking at. Or if you own an RV, you can rent it out while you're not using it. Big shout out to RVshare.com. They're the best rental company for all RVs. Book your RV today at RVshare.com. How's it going, everyone? I'm Matt, and that's Will. And how do you guys like our name? Welcome to episode 3 of our podcast, which we finally got a name, Will. What is the name that we decided on?
The RV Insiders Podcast.
Yes, we do have a poll in the chat section. Let us know if you like that name. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if you like that name or if you don't like that name. What's really funny is on episode number 1, we had questions. We were like, hey, we need help. And we were giving away a $250 lifetime membership to campgroundviews.com, which we do have a winner. What's really funny is, Will, why don't you tell everybody who won?
It was Jen, wasn't it?
It was Jen. Jen actually, I always knew Jen was more talented than Will. Not trying to be mean, Will, but she is more talented.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And she actually came up with the name RV Insiders, but there was also one other person who came up with that name.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to give them the prize, and then we're going to jump into segment 1, which is breaking news. Segment 2 of the show, guys, we have our friends Sean and Christina from Paws for Love. They will be coming in on segment 2. And then, as you guys know, segment 3, we're going to be wrapping up the whole podcast with Q&A. Yep. So first, the winner is John. Will, how do I say this guy's last name?
No clue.
Velocis.
Yeah.
John V is the winner. John, please send us an email, mattsrvreviews@gmail.com, and we will set you up with a free lifetime membership to campgroundviews.com. Yep. Great, Will. It's now time for breaking news around the RV industry. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so first breaking news is a research firm sees driving outlawed by 2050. Seriously?
Seriously? Will, what's your 2 cents on that?
It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but you have to read the whole article, which I haven't done yet, full disclosure. But it's like, do they mean it's going to be more like the Tesla thing where you're still behind the wheel, but, it's kind of driving itself?
No, so I did read the whole article. Okay. And what they're saying is by the year 2040, the autonomous driving is going to be at 100% accident-free.
Wow.
So they're saying outlaw is going to be done by 2050. Does this mean we're going to be unemployed by the year 2050?
Probably.
Okay. No more. See, I see this being okay with motorhomes. I see travel trailers and fifth wheels going away. So Matt and Andre still have a job. Will from Matt's RV Reviews Towables, you're going to need to find work when you're 60-something years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Article story number 2. This is KZRV, Will. They marked the milestone of the Sportsman 50th Anniversary Edition. How exciting is that?
Yeah, that is pretty exciting. We don't do a lot of KZ reviews yet.
Yes. No, that's the exciting part. Right. KZ, they do sell them now at Leo's Vacation Center. Right. And we are going to be having reviews of KZ now that we are 100% independent. Right. And we will be featuring them this year when we go to the Hershey RV show.
Cool.
Next story, Will.
RV shipments projected to reach 600,000 units in 2022.
Does that mean we're not losing our jobs next year?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, well, let me break it down to you this way. Each year, it's always about 400,000 to 500,000 RVs. For 2022, they're predicting 600,000. What's your take on that?
It just shows the market is not slowing down. And, RV shipping has been one of the holdups as well, when people are waiting on their units and everything. There's only so many drivers to go around. And, freight's been going up to give more incentive to these drivers and everything. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy that, the market, it's just not slowing down. It's crazy.
Right. Well, I'm almost calling like, how all the young kids are saying fact or cap? I'm calling cap on that. I don't think they will ship 600,000 RVs.
Right.
Believe me, they will sell 600,000 RVs.
Right.
I just don't see them having the manpower of actually delivering that money to the dealerships. That's a lot of RVs.
It is, yeah.
Next story, Will.
Liquid Spring introduces revolutionary 4-corner suspension upgrade for gas motorhomes.
Yes. Thank you to RV Pro for this article. Yes. So sorry. Hang on a second. Thank you to RV Business for the first 3 articles and RV Pro for this article. Now, Will, this isn't breaking news, is it?
Right. Nope, they've had it.
Yes. What is exciting is you can get the 2-point liquid springs on the Tiffin motorhomes and the 4-point liquid springs on the Holiday Rambler Fleetwood motorhomes. Right. And if you guys didn't see the video, Will and Jen actually test drove a motorhome with liquid springs. And Will, I have a great idea. You know what that idea is?
What?
We should, at the Hershey RV show, we should get with Wayne Wells and do a video kind of asking questions about the 2-point and the 4-point. Because
the differences.
I do like 4 over the number 2, but the 2-point is significantly cheaper than the 4-point. So it's kind of like, I really want to know what the differences are, because I know ever since we did that video, people are loving liquid spring.
Yeah, for sure.
Next article, Will. We got 3 more articles to go.
Okay. RV startup Encore to unveil its new product at Open House Week.
So that is super exciting because, Will, where are we going the week after the Hershey show?
Well, I think the week after the Hershey show, we have a little break. But the week after that, we're going to Open House.
We certainly are. And the main guy behind this is Rich Snipple, who Mr. Snipple is actually a friend of mine. And he was the brain operations behind Intech RV, which has been killing it. It's going to be really exciting to see that. And guys, listen, make sure you're subscribing if you're not, because we're going to bring that to you live first on Matt's RV Reviews.
Yeah.
The same way we brought the Luna to everybody first.
Right.
Next story, Will.
Exclusive. Winnebago extends accessible access with Type B.
So what they're meaning is they're making it wheelchair friendly Class B motorhomes.
Nice. That's cool.
So as a salesman, honestly speaking my mind just the way that I think, I find it very frustrating how many people who are in wheelchairs ask for Class B RVs, because nobody had anything out there. And it was all like, because they would look at the old conversion vans, and they were wheelchair, but nobody had a Class B. So it's definitely relieving knowing that Winnebago is stepping forward to make this, to bring it to the market. What say you?
Sure. Yeah, no, same boat as you. It's just, the way Class Bs are designed right now, it's just, I hate to say it, but it's very hard. It's hard for me to get through.
Right. You're corn-fed, Will.
Let alone in a wheelchair or something. So that's exciting that they're working to appeal to that market.
Perfect. I love it. And that's one of the great, listen, I talk a lot. I'm a harsh critic to Winnebago. That is one thing that they do excel in their motorhome field. Yeah. Final news story, sure. Will.
Thor Industries acquires major RV supplier.
They bought Arxcel, AIRXCEL. How do you say that word, Will?
I don't know.
Arxcel. For $750 million. Will.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Now, do you know who Arxcel Industry is?
I don't actually.
Neither did I. But here's what I found out, Will. They own Suburban, Coleman Mac, Aquahot, Max Air, MCD Shades, and Dicor products.
That's big names right there.
Yeah, those are very big names. I was all like, $750 million? Are you kidding me? But let me tell you something, folks. This is a big deal because, so if Arxcel or whoever was worth $750 million, that means they had a pretty good profit margin. Right. So now Thor Industries is going to keep that high profit margin for Winnebagos and Newmars and Fleetwoods and Bounders, right?
Right.
But they're going to cut that profit margin on the Thor motorhomes, i.e. Airstreams, Tiffins, Integras, Jayco's, Thors. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Thor just kind of getting a little competitive advantage. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So those are breaking stories from around the RV industry, guys.
Cool.
Make sure you stick around for part 2 because we will be meeting Sean and Christina from Paws for Love. But Will, first,
Yeah.
we're unemployed now. You know what that means?
What's that?
It means we need to have a commercial break from our sponsors.
Okay.
Because without our sponsors, we couldn't be bringing you the RV Insiders. So here we go. The RV Insiders want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor, Campgroundviews.com. Campgroundviews does 360 digital tours, just like Google Earth does, but for campsites. Right now, they've partnered with recreation.gov so you can tour state and national parks. Not only that, you can find the spot with the best views, set your date parameters, and actually book that actual campsite. Big shout out to campgroundviews.com. We have an interview with the owner, Mark, that we linked down below. And we also have a special promotion. By clicking our link down below, going to their website, you will be able to save a huge discount. Big shout out to campgroundviews.com. It's sponsored by our friends Waggle, which is an RV digital thermostat monitor that sends you alerts to your cell phone to let you know if it gets too hot or cold in your RV or if you lose power. If you bring your pets camping with you and you sometimes leave them in your RV, you are 100% going to want to get a Waggle. It's the best way to protect your fur baby. We have a 50% off promo code right now down in the description below, or use promo code MATT50. All right, that was a little commercial break. And with us is Sean and Christina from Paws for Love.
What's up,
Hi, Sean and Christina.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
So
we're
good.
doing well.
Where are you today?
So we're coming to you from the RV capital of the world, honestly, in Goshen. And we're at the Grand Design National Rally. We're having an awesome time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's our first year here, and we are blown
Our first
away.
rally, our first RV rally.
Nothing
Very
like
cool.
national rally to kick off all rallies.
Yeah, definitely. So let's have a little introduction. Why don't you guys tell us who you guys are?
Absolutely. Why don't you start that and I'll get the start of the show up there.
Okay, so we are Christina and Sean, and we actually have a 3-year-old English cream golden retriever named Nash. We actually bonded with Matt because we both have English creams, and Nash and Una are totally going to get married one day. But there they are. They're so cute. But we actually got Nash trained and certified as a therapy dog in fall of 2019, started serving with him and volunteering in schools, after school programs, fire stations, police stations. And honestly, we just fell in love with it. We love Nash and getting to share him with, you can hear him snorting for treats over here. But we just love sharing him with people. He is like our greatest joy, and he is hilarious. So getting to volunteer with him was so fun. Fast forward, COVID happened. We were all stuck at home, and Sean and I just were thinking, what can we do? And we'd always fantasized about the RV thing, and we're like, well, what if? And very long story short, we ended up selling 90% of our stuff, got our Grand Design RV, which is why we're here at the rally, and hit the road on the Paws for Love tour. And we go around, and we have, Nash, you're snoring. We have gone around the whole, honestly, we've gone so many places this year for the Paws for Love tour, and it has been incredible just to see people light up with him. And we just love it. So yeah, we share our journey on YouTube and Instagram, and we just love it.
Yeah, definitely. So first and foremost, congratulations, because you guys are now Grand Design ambassadors.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Can you go a little bit into detail of what that means?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're one of their Goodwill ambassadors. We're out, volunteering with Nash, and we're using our beautiful Grand Design to do that. And it's giving us the power to be able to be flexible about where we're staying and not be limited to a hotel and all of those fun things. And so when we're out on the road, we love to show off this RV. So that's part of us being out on the road, is talking about why we love Grand Design. Most people know they're known for their customer service. We had no idea. We totally lucked into this thing. We bought it used, and we're so thankful that we picked really well from the very beginning. And as we've gotten to know the employees at Grand Design and just the teammates and everybody involved, it's such a family. And being here at the rally is just case in point to how close knit this group of people is. So it's cool because we get to connect with people on the road, and we've got that common bond of Grand Design. And we even have across from us is someone that has the same floor plan as us. So you get have a depth of relationship that you wouldn't otherwise, which is just really cool.
Yeah, great. So they might have the same floor plan as you, but they don't have the exact same grand design as you.
That is true.
Let me throw it up here on the screen here. Look at that.
There you go.
What the heck's going on there?
Yeah, so we had our family in Clarion, Iowa, owns a printing company, and they decided to surprise us and wrap this RV. And it's got Nash's silhouette on it. It's got our logo. And so when you see this thing coming down the freeway, you can't miss us.
What we have loved so much this year too is when you go through like a toll road and they send you your toll.
Yeah, on the picture.
And when they take a picture of you, you can just see the back of the RV, and it's just it's so cute.
Just Nash.
That is so funny.
Yeah, you can't miss us.
So how did you guys come up with the name Paws for Love?
Actually, that was you. Yeah.
Actually, yes. So we actually, very long story short, we actually own a dog treat company. In the mix of COVID and trying to figure out what we were going to do with Nash, we launched a single ingredient freeze-dried dog treat company named Nashies.
Wonder where
And to fill our time, we were doing events all over Nashville, Tennessee, which is where we lived. I mean, we were partnering with coffee shops, local businesses, apartments, any way we could drive people to a small business. We were partnering with them to do that. So we would do yappy hours or, doggy play dates or something. And we partnered with a coffee shop and we named the day Paws for Love, like our Paws for Love event. And we kind of just played off of that.
Yeah.
And it just felt right.
Yeah. And it was really meant, it's kind of a play on words with the PAWS and then hitting the pause button of just like, hey, the world's crazy. It's been crazy. It's just got amplified because of everything going on. But let's just take a beat, hit the pause button and realize what's important. Allow a dog to come up and, say hi and pet him for a few seconds and just put a smile on your face.
I'm so glad you said that because it's almost like we planned it this way. But that kind of segues into my next question. How simple is the concept of a therapy dog, but yet impactful is it to the communities that you go to?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is every dog can be a therapy dog, and not all dogs are meant to be like a full-blown therapy, like for what we're doing. But I'll explain that. So you can have an impact on anybody, whether it's your neighbor, whether you're driving 5,000 miles wherever to go see somebody. You can have your dog with you, and that's usually, as long as they're not going crazy, a barrier that can be broken pretty quickly. That's the icebreaker, whatever you want to call it. And then and we always say that Nash is the gimmick. Like, we love Nash, everybody loves Nash, but he's the gimmick of what we're doing, because all it does is it breaks that ice and allows us to have a conversation with someone about their day, about whatever's going on in their life, and it's just really, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It's just go talk to people. Everybody's struggling with something. You never know what it is. And it's just a simple conversation can make somebody's day.
Yeah, no, I love that. I really do love that. And actually, how we met is because we both have English cream golden retrievers. There's right there. Oh, yep, she's doing her own thing right now. But that's actually how we connected. And we had an event together that both Will and I and you guys were, and we all got to meet. It was at the Cabana Club. Tell everybody a little bit about what we did and how cool it was and how fun it was.
Well, if you know us, you know that we absolutely love Cabana Club. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, we love it there.
We, the family there, they're just wonderful people. So we fell in love with it. Everything about Cabana Club is over the top. There's so much to do if you're a family, if you just have a dog, if you're a couple. So yeah, when we started talking with Matt about coming to Florida, Cabana Club just felt like the right place. And we put together an amazing weekend filled with camping, and people brought their dogs.
Some music.
It was so good. We really hope to replicate that again. We could potentially do a golden retriever meetup at Cabana Club.
That would be pretty amazing. I'm just saying.
So fun.
Hey, they have rallies for all kinds of stuff. I'm saying. Golden retriever.
I mean, I'm curious if anybody would come to that because golden retriever owners are obsessed with their goldens. But yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah. Not just golden retriever owners. So Will and Jen also have a golden retriever named Tucker.
They
You
do.
want to show? You can bring him on the screen, Will?
If I can.
No?
If he cooperates.
Come on, Tucker.
You can do it.
Come here. Yes, come here. Come say hi. There we go.
Oh, there's Tucker right
What's
there.
up, Tucker? Hey,
Yes.
buddy. Look at him. He's a lover. Look at that.
He is.
Oh,
Now-
my God.
He's my baby.
Now, what really drew me to Sean and Christina was they didn't have a golden retriever. They had an English cream
Oh,
golden
look at him.
retriever. Yep. I got some great photos to come up. But while we were there, I took some video. This is never before seen video of our event from the Paws. This part of the Paws for Love tour and us meeting. And there's also another English cream golden retriever, Duncan, who is owned by Dave Cantrell. And you guys know Dave Cantrell as the RV inspector that we've had on the show. Let's check out this little footage. Yuna, get some treats.
She's like, Daddy, where are you?
Hyperventilating with that daddy.
No. Sit.
Did you want a vodka cranberry? I wasn't able to get you one last.
Oh, yeah, I'll take one.
Vodka cranberry.
Thank you. Yuna, get a treat. Up there. No lie, no lie.
What is that?
Poor Yoon. So there was Yuna, Nash, and Duncan fighting over some Nashy treats.
That's usually how it goes.
So, Will, what question do you have for Sean and Christina?
Okay. I have. So it's going to be kind of like a two-part. Number one, how long have you guys been full-timing for? And in that period, what's been your favorite campground and national park?
So that's a three-part question, Will.
Yeah.
It is a three-parter.
Man, you're hitting him with the triple dunk right there.
I like it. So we started full timing Veterans Day of 2020. So that's November 11th. Yep. And that's when we left Nashville and we didn't look back.
Cool.
And we love it. I honestly think we'll be doing this for quite a while. It's been absolutely incredible. I'll answer the park, or I'll do the state park. You do the park, the best RV park. Because we've had some really good ones along the way.
Tell us. We want to know.
Go ahead.
You were gonna
No,
go
I was
first.
going to do the state park,
Okay.
but I'll do it after yours.
Okay. We've already said our favorite park, which is Cabana Club, hands down. It's so great. Do you have a favorite RV park?
Well, hang on a second. It really is a great resort. It's located right in between Tampa and Orlando. And it's just like when I go to campgrounds, I always sit there and think to myself, how would I run this campground? And they literally did it. This, not saying that my way is the best way, but in my head, they literally ran it the same way that I would have ran my campground.
Yeah, it's just so clean and so much to do, like you guys said. It really is great. A great camp.
Yeah. It's and I think, part of that is, yes, they have all the amenities, and yes, all that's fantastic.
Right.
But they're looking at it from a lens of, this is a hospitality play. It's not just a real estate play. And it's not, hey, we're just going to make, however much per night and just turn and burn.
Right.
Like, you feel like family when you go there. And we've had some other parks like that. And so that's where I would say one of my favorites was early on in the tour, which was in January when we were in Houston.
I was hoping he would say this.
It's a little park. I don't even know how many spaces they have. It can't be more than 70, maybe 80.
It's small.
But it's called Rayford Crossing, and it's in Spring, Texas. And it's a very close-knit little community. They do Sunday potluck dinners every Sunday.
They call them family dinners.
Family dinner. And
I love that.
Yeah, it was such a sense of community. And they warned us. They were, as soon as we went there, they were like, you're not going to find another park like this around the country. And
I love that.
We have found some, like, you have to kind of make your own community when you're traveling like this. But I would say from a state park standpoint, we haven't really done any yet. And I know that's like kind of interesting and I've seen some comments on here about the perfect size for state parks. We're in a 38-foot travel trailer.
Yeah, you have a big travel trailer.
Yeah, which is, like, it should probably be a fifth wheel because of how long it is.
Right.
But it does tow well, and we have a really good hitch setup that allows us to make sure we're not swaying, like crazy. So Yeah, it's been tough. We've tried to get in some places, but between availability issues and then just how long we are, we just kind of said, hey, for year one at least, let's not try and kill ourselves on going for everything.
Yes. Well, and I will say too, I feel like this year, if I will set this disclaimer, if anybody has ever said I'm going to RV by myself with my family, whatever, for a year, you get into it month 1, month 2, and you're like, a year is not long enough. So you're like, I have to do this longer, or you end up picking it up again. But we quickly realized that between, I mean, if anybody knows our story, I mean, we, like Sean said, we left our house November 11th, but we ended up getting our RV, getting our truck afterwards, and getting out of our house within about 30 days. Wow. And we had been selling our stuff and doing those things prior, but when these dominoes fell, they fell very fast. So we, at one point, we were like, is this tour even going to happen? I don't know. So yeah, I just lost my train of thought, but I had a point.
Just about full timing.
Yes, I remember. Sorry, spaghetti brain. It's rally brain. But we just got in here so quickly, we didn't have time to plan, and we needed to keep whatever we were going to do for the year as focused on the tour as possible. So we have missed out on more fun things that we would have done maybe if we were just traveling.
Right.
That's what next year's for, right?
Yep. So real quick, speaking of your tour and selling stuff and responsibilities, and your tour wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for a few sponsors, but one big one mainly. Who would that be?
Yeah, that's Lippert.
That's Lippert, our favorite people at our favorite place.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about your relationship with them.
Yeah, so I got connected through a really close mutual friend to Jason Lippert, and had the fortunate opportunity to share our heart. And at that time, it wasn't, I mean, it was a plan of like, hey, here's what we want to do. But it wasn't put into motion yet. So we learned about Lippert because we had no idea who they were. We had no idea about a lot of RV stuff, and didn't realize that a lot of things that make the RV up are made by Lippert. And so long story short, they said, hey, let's ground stays for the year and allow you guys to get out there and do what you're doing and volunteering. And they have an amazing program called Lippert Cares, which is where they actually go out into their community, and they not only give money financially to help Northern Indiana, and it even extends past that, but they give their time. And as everybody watching this knows, like, time is so hard to give. Money is easy. Like, you can, give $1 here to somebody or write a big check or whatever. But your time is really difficult, and they put their money where their mouth is with that. And I know since they've started that program, I think they've volunteered over 400,000 or 500,000 hours in the community.
Wow.
Yeah, which is just insane. So we got to know them, and they stepped up and allowed us to do this because it wouldn't have been possible without them. But very truthfully and transparently, as we've gotten to know this company, it's not ironic that they're on the acquisition tear right now because of the way that they structured their people and their process. And every single person that we have met inside this company, and we've toured plants and have met a lot of the leaders in the company, and just all kinds of people. And it's real, and they care about their people, man. They put their money where their mouth is on that.
And what I love so much about them is this started as a sponsorship, and these people have become what feels like our family. Yeah. And like we see them today. Like, we got something called Ground Control, which is an auto leveling system for a travel trailer. For a travel trailer, which a heads up, you can't get. I know. It's
people have been freaking out around here that have travel trailers because the tongue jack stays off the ground, and people are like, "Hey, man, you're supposed to have that on the ground." Yeah, well, let me tell you about the ground control system.
Anyway, so the ground control system, you can get it. It's great. But Jeremy, who installed our ground control system, drove by us earlier today, and we got to sit and chat with him for 15 or 20 minutes. And it was a few minutes about the tour or business, and the rest was about just catching up on personal stuff. That's because they care so much.
I love it. Yeah, no, they are a great company, and they did make our breaking news last week with
Yeah.
their acquisition of Furion,
Yeah.
which is a huge player. Speaking of, we need to talk to them because I want to buy the Furion Megabus with the helicopter pad and the jacuzzi tub in it.
I think it's insane.
So here's what we're going to do. Since this is our first podcast with sponsors, I accidentally did double ads. So we're supposed to have a commercial break right now, but I already did it. So we're going to hop into segment 3, which is the live Q&A. So if you guys have questions for me, if you guys have questions for Will, or if you guys have questions for Sean and Christina, hashtag in the comments questions, and we're going to ask questions for you guys for the next 3 to 5 minutes. I do have a couple questions myself to ask you guys. Was there anybody famous that you might have met this weekend or this week at the Grand Design National Rally?
Yes, we have been so fortunate. This was totally unplanned, but we are one rig away from Nate and Marissa with Lush Junk Board.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And it looks like you had a surprise party for them.
Yes, if you see his really gorgeous crown that Hensley made him for his birthday,
Nice.
it is just striking. It's beautiful. But yeah, we've gotten to meet so many families. That has been really great. We got to meet Corey and Jesse Nickerson from Finding Our Someday.
Okay.
We got to meet the Hanks with Happily Ever Hanks, Kyle and Renee. They are hilarious.
So funny.
Yep.
Even funnier in person, honestly.
Yes. Yeah, we were all hanging around the campfire last night, and it was just like ping pongs of jokes.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so great. You think about this, and you're like, this is great. And then Keith and Rainey, they also have a YouTube channel. They are hilarious and awesome too. We haven't been around a lot of YouTube.
Nobody. Well,
No.
other than you, Matt. Other when we met you.
Yeah.
Dang right. Dang
Yep.
right.
You were our first, Matt.
Yeah, you were. But since then, I mean, that was February.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten a chance to meet anybody on the road. So that was so nice. And it, you talk through your struggles and your joys and like ideas, and that's just really super fun.
Well, and it's cool. And we haven't even talked about this, but it's like, it's not show business. It's not like you're so polished.
No.
And it's like
Right.
the people in the videos. And this was because like Matt was the first person we met. And then everybody here, like they're the same in person. It's literally identical. So it's kind of cool.
Sometimes they want me, the manufacturers do want me to be a little more polished, but we just roll on the cameras. If you watch, actually what's pretty funny is when everybody's done with the live stream, if you watch tonight's video that uploaded on Matt's RV reviews, we did the whole review in the pouring rain. Every day we come out with a review. So we do have some questions in, but first, I have some other pictures that I want to share with you guys. First, what's your favorite national park that you've been to?
Glacier.
By far.
I knew that from Instagram.
Yeah, by far. Yeah, it was so breathtaking. Just it was very smoky because of everything going on out that direction, which is very sad. We actually drove through an area on the east side of Flathead Lake that the road had been closed the whole time we were there, and then it opened up, and it was, there were cars burned and houses burned, and it felt like you were driving through a movie set. It was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the circle of the pattern or whatever that they burn, and then it's good for them or whatever, supposedly. And then here's what else crazy. And then, guys, we're going to answer your questions. You guys were at Sioux Falls.
Yes.
Like a week after us.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was not planned either.
We didn't time that very well.
You and I hadn't talked for, I don't know, a while. 6 weeks, maybe, but
no, because I knew you were going there. Because remember, we were talking, but because we were gonna try to plan it up, but it didn't because you went to Michigan or whatever.
Yeah.
But Will, tell everybody a little bit who doesn't know about your vlog, Jen's vlog with what we did. What national parks did we hit?
Yeah, we did a whole road trip from Maryland to Wyoming, kind of down to Colorado, back home to Maryland. We hit Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, Devil's Tower. We hit a lot of national parks, and we had such a great trip. It really was a wonderful time. So we did that with Matt. And that was on our vlog. It's just Will and Jen. So easy to find.
Yes, perfect. Sean and Christina and Nash, are you guys ready for some questions?
Let's do it.
First, glad you're feeling better, Will.
Yes, I'm very glad too.
Okay, this is from Greg M. Do you think this is Greg Merkel, Will, or
I
no?
don't know.
I don't know now that he asked a question.
Right.
Big shout out to Leos. Greg M wants to know, what are 3 to 5 key items for taking your dog on the road?
That's such a good
Yeah,
question.
I've got
Can
one.
I answer one of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
do it.
We can all-
My Waggle.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yes,
But
definitely.
So
continue.
being able to
continue.
monitor your dog
Yeah.
is the most important thing. So kind of like one above that is a strong internet connection, because
Yes.
that is key
Yeah.
for anything, for controlling the air, for controlling the cameras. Next up is like a My Waggle or a Nest camera or something like that, to be able to watch them and make sure that everything is running appropriately if you leave them, which, if I will just say this is a blanket statement, we have a travel trailer, and if something were to kick off electrically, we have no way until the power comes back on and we can reset it from our phones. We can't turn anything back on. We don't have a generator that kicks in.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
really important to be watching over your doggies if it's hot out. If it's
Yep.
like cooler night, it doesn't matter so much. But internet,
Yep.
a camera, you
Yep.
can say yours.
Okay. Was that 2?
That was combined with
Okay,
Matt's.
so that was 1.
So I still have ideas.
Okay, so I really like, there's an elevated dog bed, which there's like a bunch of brands that make them, so just pick one. But it sits up off the ground and it's got mesh backing. So then like when Nash is laying outside, if it had just rained or something, he's not going to be soaking wet. It's just this elevated bed. And then he's got really good airflow through there as well. And it just keeps him, there's a lot of gravel everywhere you go. So the most clean you can keep him is always a good thing.
Yeah.
One more, dog shampoo. Or driveway baths
Yeah.
that need to happen on impromptu moments.
Yeah,
and their favorite toy.
Yeah, like random mud that Nash finds every once in a while.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, tonight he was playing with a 120-pound Great Dane, and he face planted in the dirt.
He got a
pile.
little dirty.
Oh, yeah. Will, this question's going to be more for me and you. Hello from Wyoming. Our travel trailer is a total loss due to hail last week in South Dakota. So sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Now looking for a new travel trailer. What's the best king bed couples large travel trailer? Will, fire them off.
Well, anything Cougar is going to have a king bed.
Yep.
A lot of the Grand Designs are going to have a king bed.
Not too many of the Grand Designs are doing king beds, Will.
Oh, they're not? I thought they were now.
Nope.
No.
I'm pretty confident they're doing the kings.
Okay. The east to west.
Yep.
What is it?
Yep. The Alta or Delaterra or one of them
Yes.
is doing the king
Yeah.
bed.
I think king bed is standard.
Yep.
What else?
Those are the only big two. I think
Okay.
Prime Time's doing one with a tracer.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I do know Cougar's the big one that
Yes.
always does the king bed.
Yes.
Another question for Will. Did you lose your taste of smell and taste when you had COVID?
I lost my sense of smell for a little bit. Luckily, I didn't lose my sense of taste, which was good because I was really, really bad about eating. I lost 30 pounds. So I was bad about eating anyway. So I think it was good that I had my taste because at least, it was enjoyable to still eat.
Dang, you lost 30 pounds? I need COVID.
But I did lose my sense of smell for probably about a week. It came back pretty quick, though. So.
Cool. Pause for love. Will you guys be at the Hershey show?
We wanted to go so bad. Lipper is having their first ever rally in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee around the same time. So we're actually leaving here, going down through Indiana, spending a few days with some friends, and then going back home through Nashville to do some dentist appointments, and then we'll be over to Pigeon Forge.
Awesome. Rick and Darcy, thanks so much for the super chat. Will there be a shower sticker in Will testing the shower? I like all your stickers. Also, are all your stickers lick regular bumper stickers? I don't know what that means. But Will, do you still have some shower test stickers?
I have a couple left.
Rick and Darcy, if you send me an email, Matt's RV Reviews, I'll have Will mail one to you. Because nobody bought them. No, I'm just kidding. No, we were selling them for a limited time.
Yeah.
But okay. Are the bumper stickers
Not
removable?
really, are they?
I don't know. They're bumper stickers.
Yeah.
Question. Matt, why do you refuse to tell your viewers the current sale price of RVs, that your review prices are not clearly listed on RVs? There's absolutely no valid excuse not to. Well, I mean, Steve, there is a valid excuse because I'm going to give one to you. So, one, currently there is no two parts. One, I don't work for General. I don't work for RV1 or Grzeni's or Lazy Days. I don't work for them anymore. So we have to be respectful of what they ask us to do.
Right.
Number two, we used to give sale prices when I was with General RV because a 2020 Integra Odyssey made in April cost the same amount as an Integra Odyssey 2020 made in December. The problem now, Steve, is that the unit made today is cheaper than the unit that's going to be made 3 months from now.
Mhm.
It's also 30% more than the
Right.
unit that was made 3 months prior. So the market is so volatile
Mhm.
that what was happening was, I'll give a fake example. I had a unit that was a 2021 that I made right during the change, and General RV was selling it for $76,900. Well, unfortunately, if you ordered that RV, that was right when COVID happened, right? So if you ordered that RV or you bought it 8 months later, when the demand went up like this and the supply of plywood and metals and all this stuff, it now costs General RV more than that $76,900 for
Right.
them to buy it, and they got to stay in business and everything. So that's just, it's just what it is. Here's what I will promise you, Steve. I will promise you that when the market corrects itself and the prices aren't as volatile, dealerships will be bringing back sale prices, and we will be able to advertise it.
Yep.
Well, it is a different Greg from
It is a
Gamble.
different Greg.
Question for you guys. What organization trained Nash originally?
I am so happy that Natalie, she's our new friend. She's at the rally.
She's here.
I'm so happy she asked this. We are so passionate about talking about this. So passionate that we put a whole YouTube series together on our channel to talk about training therapy dogs. So we actually did like 90% of Nash's training, which I know sounds crazy. But a lot of it, I mean, I had so much time on my hands when we got Nash. So that was a great bonding experience for us. But what I did was I taught him all of his basic commands in you know, sit, stay, come, drop it. But I also used the Canine Good Citizen 10 steps that that their dogs are tested on. And I really based our training off of that. So I did like 90% of it. And then there was just a few things that I was really struggling to train Nash on. And I knew we wanted to go into the therapy dog world. And we actually started working with a local nonprofit in Nashville. And they have trainers that work directly in their organization. And they take care of training across the board. I mean, they have dogs that come to them with zero training. They have some dogs that come to them with much more, like Nash. So they put the cherry on top of the sundae, they called it. And yeah, so that's kind of how it worked for us. But it's very different. Some organizations, if you're working in a hospital or doing stuff in an airport, they're going to require a lot more training, both dog and handler.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Another question from Samantha. What type of dog toys do you have?
Nash has all kinds. I'm actually looking at a bin. You know,
huge.
and a lot of people that full time will get this. One in, one out.
It's not the case for
with
Nash.
his toys, Nash is kind of the exception to the rule, but he loves playing tug. So anything with you know, like a length to it, kind of like a rope, those sort of things. Nice.
Okay, we're almost wrapping up here. Question, Matt, did you get? Yes, thank you so much for the travel mugs. I did see that Teespring does have them, so we will be adding them to our store very soon. Thanks, Jacqueline. I might have to send me an email. I'm going to send you the first one for giving me that idea because I think that's a great idea. Any more questions? Have I heard about the clearance on the generator issue from the... I have not. I do not know. What I do recommend if you're interested in a Thor Scope or Rise, they do have a Facebook group, which is really good. And then final, 2 more questions. What's the biggest RV show on the West Coast? It was the Pomona RV show, but they recently canceled that forever. So I don't know. So we got a final question. No, 2 final questions. What is your most interesting side trips you guys made while camping?
Oh, that is a good question.
Side trip.
Like not campground related. Like you did a detour or something like that.
Yeah. I do some consulting on the side to help companies work with their leadership teams and stuff. And I got to travel from, I forget where, we were in Jacksonville and I flew back to Salt Lake City. And that was kind of cool, honestly, like being on a plane after all that time. And I hadn't been on one for a while. And, it's just it reminded me of what my life used to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I flew a lot.
Yeah.
What's funny is I was in Salt Lake City like 3 days before you as well. It was kind of
I
funny.
know, it's like our wavelength. It's so funny.
Yep. And then final question of the day, y'all, and then we're going to wrap up the podcast. What was your most favorite place you have visited so far?
Michigan.
Yeah. Michigan.
Really? Tell us about it.
Oh,
Loved it.
man. It's like, I know we're not supposed to be telling people that because they don't like it because the secret's going to get out. We've heard that multiple times, but it's so beautiful. The air's so clean. The water is crystal clear.
Like Traverse City.
Yeah. And then we both grew up in Indiana and we never went to Michigan for vacation. So for us, this was brand new.
Wow, and it's right there too.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then I would say like one of the more surprising ones was South Dakota, and you guys
South
got
Dakota
to see that too.
So good, yeah.
It's Sioux Falls was incredible. I mean, the food scene there is amazing. The people were so nice. Just beautiful. The whole Falls Park area was really cool. But then you go through all this flat land, and then all of a sudden these mountains are rising out of nowhere, and then you get into Rapid City, and it's just beautiful.
Places that I think we'll look forward to as well. Oregon and Idaho, which we have not been to.
Yep.
Okay. I can't wait to see your vlogs for Idaho because I'm not trying to be rude. I don't think there's a lot there. So
we have a lot of like friends that have moved there, like friends of friends that have moved there, and like
is it like a thing going on?
Looks similar to Montana.
Man. Oh yeah.
But
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you haven't realized, this is Sean and Christina from Paws for Love. Down in the description below, we do have a link to their channel. And we're going to wrap up the vlog with a couple of pictures that I took when I had the honor, the privilege of babysitting Nash. And here's just some pictures of Una and Nash. That's Nash taking Una's toy. We got up this picture of Una and Nash watching Sean and Christina on
Look
TV.
at my face in that.
We got this picture of the two lovers together. And then this is us three sitting on the sofa. Look at Una's head like resting on Nash's butt. Oh, snap. No, I lied. We do have one final question. Is Nash going to be receiving a brother anytime soon?
Oh, that's a good question.
We need to talk to Grandma Connie.
Yes, the answer is yes. We are getting him a brother. We've got to line it up with our good friend Connie, but we will have one. We're hoping sometime in January, February timeframe.
Oh, nice.
Mother Nature will tell us. So,
yes, and if everybody can pray for us, we will be raising a puppy in an RV.
In an RV.
Oh, how much fun.
Yeah.
Think about how fun potty training is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Yep, as I say, here we go now. Thank you so much. Make sure everybody joins us next week. We will be doing this podcast every week. We will have it soon on the Apple Store. We will have it soon everywhere that podcasts are. But we're only in episode 3, and we just came up with the podcast name. So thanks so much. Will, you want to say anything to America?
Yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching and jumping on. Again, thank you all so much for the well wishes. Jen and I are doing much better, and hopefully things will be back to normal soon.
Sean and Christina, anything else?
Thanks for watching. We love
love you
everybody out there.
guys.
Yeah, love you guys
Cool.
too.
And enjoy, have fun at the Grand Design Rally. And everybody, again, make sure you guys subscribe to Sean and Christina's channel right there. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. They're awesome people doing great things and making very entertaining RV content that isn't all about RVing. It shows a different side as well. So it's a lot of fun stuff. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see